What if you could meet the women that made the West what it was?
And the people who came across the trails. And all the cool characters that make the West really exciting.
And maybe most important, the people that were here before us.
Born William F. Cody, or better known as Buffalo Bill, he would become the greatest entertainer of his era. He was the founder and star of the legendary show that featured cowboys, Indians, trick riders, and sharpshooters. Long before stardom, Cody had to grow up fast after his father was killed. Bill, then 11, herded cattle and worked on wagon trains, and when he was about 15 years old, he worked for the Pony Express.
My restless, roaming spirit would not allow me to remain home for long.
Buffalo Bill, 1905.
Well, hello, I'm Bill Cody, and nice to meet you all. I was just a boy when I responded to the advertisement for the Pony Express. I was young and wiry, but not an orphan like they advertised. That orphan quote really wasn't true. It was just used to get the young boys to sign on. And can you believe it? Mail carried over 1,900 miles. West from St. Joseph, Missouri, all the way out to Sacramento, California, and back east again. It was an exciting time back then.
When you signed on to the Pony Express, were you worried that you would get lost on the prairie at night?
No, not really. All of us express riders were assigned trails that we had ridden many times, and a lot of times in the dark. In fact, we knew where the crossings were for the creeks and the rivers, even at high water. We also knew the best routes to ride our horses the fastest, so we could deliver the mail on time.
Did you ever meet up with any Indians?
Yeah, one time during the Paiute War in Nevada Territory. In fact, we had to suspend the mail service for a short period. I think it was about 10 days. But you know what? Us lone riders really weren't seen as a threat by the Indians. We were more of a curiosity. They usually just watched us gallop by.
Wow, your horses must have been fast.
Yeah, they were bred for the terrain. You know, out on the flatter Eastern Trail, the horses were taller and hot-blooded. Speed was paramount. And out on the West, there were sure-footed Mustangs. Most of them were about half wild.
Were the stations you stopped at like this one?
You know, actually, they were a lot like this home station. After 12 hours in the saddle, we needed a place to eat and sleep before our next ride. You know, the station tenders were all good men. Some of them were married and had families. But they always fed our mounts well and gave them grain, which helped them on the long trail rides.
Mr. Cody, how did you carry the mail and how did you do the relays?
Well, you know what? If I had a horse, I could actually show you.
I have a horse. We can use her. Does she need to be saddled?
We always rode with saddles. You know what, Chloe? That's a great idea. Why don't you go get your horse? All right, everyone, finish your letters and we'll get ready to mail them. We're going to put them in this oil paper envelope, which will keep them out of the weather. So let's put them right in here. Okay. So the envelopes went into a mochila, and that's Spanish for pouch or bag. Albert, there's a mochila right over there. Can you grab that and bring it to the table?
Yeah.
Great. This leather mochila went over our saddles. And you can see there's 4 cantinas. These are pockets that the mail goes into. And this was always kept locked during the entire ride.
So our letters go in one of these pockets?
Our letters go in one of these pockets, that's correct. And we'll put the lock on. Get it locked down. You can see how safe and secure this is. There we go. It's ready to go. This will go on a horse, and we don't want to lose the key.
All right.
So the mochila went up on our horses like this, and you can see the special cutouts for the saddle horn and the cantle. And then we sat on top to hold it down. When we got to the next relay, we'd swing off, we'd pull the mochila off, throw it on the next saddled horse, we'd jump on and go. We had to do the mochila exchange in less than 2 minutes. In fact, I always thought we should call it the stop, hop, and ride rule.
This is going to make a great story for the newspaper. What was one of the most important pieces of mail carried by the Pony Express?
Well, that's pretty easy, actually. We had to get a message out to California in extra quick time. And that was the announcement that Abraham Lincoln had become president of the United States. We had extra express riders throughout the whole route. We were able to accomplish that ride in 7 days and 17 hours instead of our normal 10 days. The Eastern newspapers called it an unrivaled event. We were pretty proud about that.
I want to be a Pony Express rider.
You got a great start.
Wow, a rider on a horse. Spread the news.